Here I am feeding North American black bears at the Wildlife Research Institute in Ely, Minnesota. Why am I showing you these videos? Well, we got the opportunity to rescue an orphan black bear, and I can't wait to tell you more about that. But first, I just want to thank the sponsors who paid for me to be able to go on this trip and learn more about these species. I will be forever grateful for you for that because the more knowledge I have under my belt, the more animals I can work with in the future. And as you all know, I love wildlife. Wildlife has always been a calling to me, whether it's a squirrel or a fox or a bear. If it's a wild animal, I want to help it. So when I got a message on September 11th of a baby black bear needing help, I, of course, jumped at the opportunity. So this was a friend who reached out to me. She had already reached out to multiple wildlife rehabbers. Nobody got back to her. It was later in the day, but luckily she was able to reach out to me. So of course I asked all the questions, making sure that the mom was nowhere nearby, and it clearly wasn't with all the answers she gave me. The bear cub was clearly dehydrated, it hadn't eaten in a while. It had been without her mom for a significant amount of time. Unfortunately, bear hunting season starts September 1st, and we got this message September 11th, so I can only assume that the mother bear had been shot and killed, leaving the orphan stranded. So many people don't know that black bears typically stay with their parents for 18 months. They have their they have their cubs, I'm used to talking about foxes, in January, and they stay with their parents for a very long time. Black bear cubs nurse for at least 6 to 8 months, but many continue to nurse even after starting eating solid foods. Some continue to nurse into their twos if the mother has not made it that summer. So let's get on with it and rescue this little black bear cub. So she sent me these photos. You will see there is a leash around the cub's neck. That is just because they were trying to contain the cub and get it into a crate. They are not wildlife experienced. They were working with what they had. This bear cub was trying to nurse off their husky dogs, and they just wanted to get the bear cub to a safe place. So they were able to give it some water and move it to a crate, as you see in this next picture. And as soon as we knew that the bear was safe and sound in the crate, we were ready to take charge and be on our way. So here we are. We're opening up our Save a Fox vehicle and loading a big kennel for a little bear. Caution, animals inside may cause happiness. It's true. And where do we go to find food for a bear cub? Well, how about Cub Foods? That's where we get the bear necessities. And how do we know what to get the bears? We went to the Wildlife Research Institute and looked at their website for a bear milk replacement for cubs. So here we are. Ethan is throwing objects at me that we need to care for this bear. And we had maybe a little bit too much fun with this, or I think he did. I was terrified he was going to chuck the eggs at me, and the yogurt hits me in the face. I'm sure he had so much fun with that. Ethan insisted on grabbing hazelnuts because he remembered how much the black bears loved hazelnuts. So now, looking for apparently a glass bottle. Ah, you scared me, Ethan. Don't do that. Okay, more vitamins to mix into this. And here we go. Let's start the mixing process. We got everything together. Oops, we had a little oopsies. Anyways, back to it. Pinch of this, pinch of that. Get it all mixed up, get it ready to go. Okay, let's meet this bear now.
You're gonna come in, right?
Yeah, you want to take that?
Hi. Look at it.
I made that for you. Are you gonna try it?
What is that? You smell it? Okay, you want me to move the apple?
You didn't like that in there. Oh, he likes it. He likes it.
So if I could think of anything positive in an outcome for this poor little orphan bear cub, is that the DNR asks hunters to avoid shooting bears marked with large, colorful ear tags or wearing radio collars. So as soon as this bear makes it to the rehab facility, which we take it to the next morning, it will get a full evaluation and they will put an ear tag on. So there it goes. It's at Wild and Free Wildlife Rehab Center. And there's a little picture of its private, they got acres and acres of forest that is privately secluded for these bears because the whole goal is that they will go back into the wild. They're rehabbed and released. And here is the last little picture that we have of her. You can see her colorful little green ear tag, so that hopefully the same fate does not happen to her as we think happened to her mother.